The umbrella opens before the car door does. Rain drizzles over a crowded street as a turquoise taxi inches forward, its rooftop sign glowing faintly under the gray sky. Security personnel move first, scanning faces, guiding bodies back. Then two familiar silhouettes emerge, heads slightly lowered, strides quick, eyes forward. Within seconds, they are gone. To some, it looks cold, distant, rushed. But according to a recent viral post titled Just Now, Shocking Facts, assistant reveals why Xiao Zhan and Wang yibo are always in a rush. There's far more happening beneath those hurried steps than fans ever realized. And the explanation? It's as intense as any drama scene they've ever filmed. The 90-second window. An assistant, speaking anonymously in the now-trending clip, describes what insiders call the 90-second window. That's how long we sometimes have, the assistant reportedly says. From car door to building entrance. 90 seconds to move safely. 90 seconds. That's the invisible clock ticking every time Xiao Zhan or Wang yibo step into public view. Fans see speed. Staff see strategy. Because behind every brisk walk is a calculation: crowd density, exit routes, lighting blind spots, vehicle positioning, emotional atmosphere. It's choreography, but not the kind performed on stage. Scene 1. The airport surge. It's 5:45 a.m. The terminal lights are harsh, fluorescent, unforgiving. Word has spread online that Xiao Zhan's flight lands at dawn. By the time he steps out, dozens of fans have gathered, phones raised, voices trembling with excitement. Security forms a human corridor. He waves briefly, smiling softly, but his pace never slows. From the outside, it appears hurried, almost evasive. From the inside, the assistant explains, if he stops, even for 30 seconds, the crowd compresses. People push forward without meaning to. Someone could trip. Someone could fall. What fans interpret as distance is often protection, not just for him, but for them. In high-pressure crowd dynamics, even joy can become dangerous. Scene 2. The filming schedule no one sees. While filming hit dramas like The Untamed launched them to global fame, the aftermath of that success brought relentless demand. Brand shoots, variety show appearances, script readings, rehearsals, voice dubbing sessions, international endorsements, travel between cities, sometimes countries, within the same week. The assistant describes days where schedules are stacked like dominoes. 7 a.m. photo shoot. 11:30 a.m. brand meeting. 2 p.m. script rehearsal. 6 p.m. awards show rehearsal. 8 p.m. live broadcast. Midnight. Flight to another city. If we're late to one event, the assistant reportedly explains, it affects the entire chain. So when fans see Wang yibo walking swiftly past barricades, expression-focused, it's often because he's calculating the minutes remaining before a live broadcast cue. Time isn't flexible. It's razor-thin. Scene 3. The umbrella code. In the now viral image circulating online, a large umbrella shields the two stars as they exit a vehicle. Security surrounds them. The movement is fast, deliberate. Some fans once speculated the umbrella was for privacy, to avoid eye contact. The assistant offers another explanation. Unpredictability. Flash photography can temporarily blind someone stepping from a dim vehicle into bright lights, the source claims. Umbrellas reduce visual shock and shield against sudden surges. It's not about hiding. It's about control in unpredictable environments. The mental pressure factor. Beyond logistics lies something heavier, psychological strain. The assistant hints at the mental toll of hypervisibility. Every expression is analyzed. If they don't smile, it becomes a headline. If they smile too much, it becomes speculation. Imagine walking through a crowd where every blink is recorded. Imagine knowing that one pause, one unguarded moment, could ignite trending debates on Sina Weibo within minutes. That awareness creates a paradox. To protect authenticity, they minimize exposure. To preserve composure, they limit spontaneous interaction. Speed becomes a shield. The security equation. Large fandoms generate powerful energy, but also complex logistics. Crowd control experts note that once attendance surpasses a certain threshold, stopping for autographs can create ripple effects. Fans push forward unintentionally. Barriers strain. Security gaps appear. The assistant recounts a past incident where a brief pause caused a bottleneck near a narrow exit. No one was hurt, they emphasize. But it was close. Since then, protocols tightened. Straight line from vehicle to entrance. Minimal stopping. Controlled gestures only. To outsiders, it looks impersonal. To insiders, it's prevention. Wang Yibo's focused stride. There's a particular intensity in Wang Yibo's public walk. Shoulders squared. Gaze direct. Steps efficient. Fans sometimes interpret it as aloofness. The assistant suggests it's concentration. He processes surroundings quickly. He's scanning, not avoiding. In crowded environments, quick assessment is survival instinct. Identify gaps. Track movement. Maintain momentum. Slowing down isn't always safe. And yet, within that focused stride, there are subtle moments, a small nod, a brief wave, almost imperceptible unless you're watching closely. Micro-gestures in macro chaos. The emotional contradiction. Here's the paradox that makes the story so compelling. Both stars are known for warmth during controlled fan events. Meet and greets. Live streams. Carefully organized fan meetings. In those settings, they linger. They speak. They laugh freely. So, why the difference in public streets? Because controlled environments allow safety buffers. Uncontrolled ones don't. The assistant reportedly sums it up in one poignant sentence. They want to stay longer. But wanting and being able to are different. The cost of constant motion. Speed has consequences. Rushed meals. Fragmented sleep. Limited personal downtime. The assistant hints at exhaustion masked by professionalism. When you see them walking fast, sometimes it's because they haven't slept properly in 2 days. Yet cameras capture only the exterior, polished, composed, moving efficiently through space. The inner fatigue remains unseen. The fan perspective. For fans, the longing is simple. A moment of connection. A wave held longer. An autograph. A shared glance. And that desire is valid. But the assistant's revelations add layers to the narrative. The rush isn't rejection. It's navigation. The bigger picture. In an era where celebrity access feels immediate through social media, physical proximity becomes emotionally charged. But physical space carries risk, logistical, psychological, even physical. The viral article's title promised shocking facts. Perhaps the real shock isn't scandal. It's complexity. The truth behind the hurried footsteps isn't indifference. It's a web of timing, safety, expectation, and pressure woven tightly around two of the industry's most visible figures. A final image. Picture this. Rain tapping softly against pavement. An umbrella shielding against flashes. Security guiding a narrow pathway through a sea of faces. Two stars moving quickly, not away from fans, but through circumstance. In less than 90 seconds, the door closes behind them. The crowd buzzes with mixed emotion, exhilaration, longing, curiosity. And somewhere outside, fans replay the moment on their screens, wondering why it felt so brief. Now you know. It wasn't indifference. It was choreography under pressure. A sprint designed not to escape admiration, but to survive it. The umbrella doesn't just open. It deploys. That's how the assistant described it. Not as an accessory, but as a signal. The moment the car slows, security steps forward. The umbrella rises before the door, even clicks. In that split second, an invisible perimeter forms around Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo. Fans see fabric. Insiders see a countdown. The 90-second corridor. From door to entrance, we aim for 90 seconds, the assistant revealed. 90 seconds of precision. The car stops. One guard exits first. Another scans the left flank. A third watches the rear. The umbrella lifts to soften the assault of flashing lights. The door opens. Step 1. Exit smoothly. Step 2. Maintain forward momentum. Step 3. No stopping. Because the moment momentum breaks, gravity takes over, not physical gravity, but crowd gravity. Excitement compresses space. People lean forward. Phones rise higher. Those at the back push unknowingly. What feels like celebration can morph into chaos in seconds. In one recalled incident, a slight pause caused a ripple in the barricade. Nothing catastrophic happened, but the assistant remembers the sound, the metal railing creaking under pressure. That was enough, they said. After that, we don't pause. So when fans shout their names and the response is a brief nod instead of a conversation, it isn't distance. It's discipline. The airport scene no one notices. Picture dawn at a major airport. Flights arrive. Screens flicker. Security radios buzz softly. Word spreads online. They've landed. Within minutes, the terminal fills. Some fans hold banners. Others clutch handmade letters. The air hums with anticipation. When Xiao Zhan appears, there's a gasp, a collective intake of breath before the wave hits. He smiles. He raises his hand gently. But he doesn't stop walking. From the outside, it's swift, almost too swift. From the assistant's perspective, it's calculated. Airports are the hardest, they explain. Open layout. Narrow choke points. Unpredictable foot traffic. If he stops, even briefly, the corridor collapses. The line between admirer and accident becomes dangerously thin. So he walks. Steady. Focused. Polite but moving. Behind that calm exterior, security counts steps. 5 meters to the escalator. 10 to the private exit. Every second matters. Wang Yibo's forward focus. There's something distinct about Wang Yibo's stride. Direct. Efficient. Almost aerodynamic. Some mistake it for coldness. The assistant describes it differently, scanning. He tracks movement constantly. He notices shifts in energy before others do. If someone leans too far forward, if a pathway narrows unexpectedly, if security gaps widen, he processes it in real time. Slowing down in that moment isn't kindness, it's vulnerability. And vulnerability, in high-density crowds, carries risk. So he keeps moving. The schedule behind the rush. The assistant laughs softly when discussing timing. People think they're rushing because they don't want to stop. Sometimes they're rushing because they're already 5 minutes late. 5 minutes in celebrity logistics can domino into hours of disruption. A delayed arrival affects rehearsal slots. Rehearsals affect live cues. Live cues affect broadcast timing. Broadcast timing affects sponsor commitments. Behind the scenes, there are producers with headsets, assistants checking watches, stylists waiting in green rooms. That 90-second walk isn't just about safety. It's about synchronization. When fans ask, why don't they stay longer? The unseen answer often lies in a packed digital calendar vibrating inside a manager's pocket. The emotional weight. Here's the part the assistant spoke about most quietly. They feel it, they said. The longing in fans' eyes. The disappointment when they pass by quickly. The social media comments questioning their warmth. They read those comments. But imagine carrying that awareness while knowing that pausing could trigger a surge. Imagine wanting to sign one autograph, just one, but recognizing that doing so would ignite a rush from dozens more hoping for the same. It becomes a moral equation with no perfect solution. Stay and risk safety. Move and risk misunderstanding. So they choose movement. The umbrella isn't about hiding. The viral image of the large umbrella shielding them sparked speculation. Privacy. Avoidance. Distance. The assistant offered a more technical explanation. Flash intensity can disorient. Sudden bursts of light from multiple angles impair peripheral vision. Umbrellas diffuse glare. They create visual stability. It's less about blocking fans, more about stabilizing the moment between dark vehicle interior and blinding public space. A controlled transition. Because disorientation in a moving crowd is dangerous. The micro-interactions. What most people miss are the micro-gestures. The brief eye contact. The almost imperceptible nod. The subtle lift of fingers in acknowledgement. They can't stop, but they try to communicate within motion. Watch closely, the assistant suggests. There's always a thank you in the way they look up. It's just fast. so fast it feels invisible unless you know to look for it. The unseen aftermath. When the doors close behind them, the rush doesn't end. They exhale, sometimes laugh softly at the chaos, sometimes fall silent. But the next schedule item begins immediately. There's no lingering reflection, no replay of the crowd's cheers, only forward momentum, reframing the rush. Fans often interpret proximity as affection, but in their world, affection must coexist with logistics, safety, and endurance. The assistant's revelation reframes everything. The speed isn't rejection. It's responsibility. Responsibility to security teams, to production schedules, to crowd safety, to their own stamina, and perhaps most poignantly, responsibility to ensure that fans can gather again tomorrow without incident. Because one unsafe pause could jeopardize future public appearances entirely. The final step. Picture the moment one more time. The car slows. The umbrella rises. Security forms a moving wall. Flashlights explode like fireworks. Fans scream their names. They step out. For 90 seconds, they move through a storm of sound and light, not away from their supporters, but through a maze of variables few can see. Then the doors close. Silence replaces thunder. And somewhere outside, fans replay the moment on their screens, wondering why it felt so brief. Now you know. It wasn't indifference. It was choreography under pressure. A sprint designed not to escape admiration, but to survive it.